Hey everybody, welcome to It Tastes Different Gaming Appetizers. On this episode, we're going to talk about the former Ghostwire Tokyo creative director, Ikumi Nakamura. I probably butchered the name, but I tried my best. Has announced a new game studio called Unseen. Now, you might be wondering, who is this person? Well, if you remember when Ghostwire Tokyo was first announced, there's that lady that came out and announced the game, and she was all bubbly and super excited for it, and the internet fell in love with her. Well, that girl has created her own. Soon after that, she actually left the team from Ghostwire, and now she's created her own team in Japan, own studio called Unseen. And pretty much right now, sounds like they're just trying to get the whole studio put together. She does have a cinematic trailer uploaded to YouTube, kind of announcing the studio. And they do have some people working for it. Tango Gameworks was the people that are making Ghostwire Tokyo. And she had left there, but they do have some people that she's brought in to this new studio. People that include in their backgrounds, they include things such as being formerly of Ubisoft, Capcom, and Moon Studios. So some of the talent that used to work there, not necessarily that they came from there and went to here, but at some point in time they used to work for these companies such as Capcom and have come in to work for Unseen. So it'll be interesting. I can't remember exactly what she did for Ghostwire Tokyo. I don't know if one of you guys remember exactly what her what she did for that game or what her influence was on that game. But she has created a new studio, a new Japan studio called Unseen. So that's going to be pretty cool. Hopefully, right now they don't have any games announced. I think they're just trying to get the studio up and going and get everybody in there. But, hopefully if she can brings in that bubbly personality and passion, it seemed like, for Ghostwire Tokyo into games that they're going to make there, we could see some pretty cool games come from this new development studio. So we're going to see what you guys think about this. Shane, what about you, buddy?
New studio means new games. New games means new happy face. They're cool. When these things happen now, it makes me wonder why they left. Because all the times you see people, being booted, people quitting, people, just not saying a word. They just boom, they're just out. They're doing their own thing now. Kojima, when he left Konami or was pushed out of Konami or whatever the whole situation was, there was a lot of hubbub about what was going on. They were pulling his name off of Metal Gear Solid 5 covers and all this crap. So with this one, I wonder, what her reasoning was. Is she have ideals of making certain types of games that the previous studio didn't, agree with, or they didn't like the concepts, or she just doesn't like the way it runs and she wants to be her own boss and make her own artwork. And I'm cool with that. I just love new studios because that means new games. That means new things I can fall in love with or hate. I mean, she could make dinosaurs in space for all I know. I don't know. But new studio, new games, new happy face. So let's see what happens. It is very early. We probably won't hear squat about a game for 2 years minimum. So let's see what happens. But good for her. Be a happy lady. And I can't pronounce your name either, but good luck. Pat, what about you, bud?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat you are. I'm like, you don't have your name on a whole lot of stuff. I mean, she was the creative director for the Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah.
And she's worked at a couple of other studios. I think she's worked at Platinum and Capcom and Tango Gameworks. And she's helped develop some games, and what level of development it is, I don't know too much about her. I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't know much about her until the E3 where she made her little debut to talk about Ghostwire, and she was just all bubbly and outgoing and loving the game. If she can bring that to her new studio and get everybody to rub off on that personality, I guess they might be able to put out something pretty awesome, or they'll be pretty happy about something that we all won't be that happy about. I don't know. It could go either way, right? I mean, it's hard to tell with what these people's idea. Lots of people have grand ideas for a video game or games, but it doesn't mean that they are right for making their own company to make video games. You know, they don't understand some of the more minutiae, but we don't know. We'll have to, time will tell, right? We will either see great things come out of Unseen, or they will remain unseen. You know, we won't see anything from them ever, or they'll put out crap. Time will tell. It means more, as Shane said, it's more games that we'll get to play, which is always a positive. As long as they don't put out crap games. I mean, I've yet to play Ghost, you know, I hate to say this, but you know, you tout, and they also, you know, mention Ghostwire Tokyo, yet to play that. So I can't say whether having your name attached to that's a good thing or a bad thing, in my opinion, right? I mean, heard great things about it, have yet to put my hands on it. So putting your name on something that's yet to have its metal tested, then, you know, not something, you know, I guess it is what it is, right? I mean, it's a pretty high profile game right now. It's getting a lot of attention, a lot of good attention, but once the game releases, we will see whether that attention is warranted or not. But you know, more power to her for starting her own business, doing her own thing. That's what she wants to do, and that's what makes her happy. Then nobody should shit on that, you know. So good luck, and I hope we get a really great game out of it, or really great games out of it. They mentioned like she's worked on, you know, Okami, Bayonetta, Evil Within, and the sequel, and now Ghostwire Tokyo. I mean, that's a good amount. That's a okay
that's
amount
a
of
solid
games.
slate.
But it's a solid slate. But at what level was her development in it? Was she just like the lower?
She brought coffee.
You know, was she like the creative? Was she the creative director for these, or was she some other kind of developer? Like, did she actually work on the development side of it, or some type of production manager? Or who knows what she did for these ones? So, you know, what's her envision for a game? You know, the trailer that she put out it's kind of interesting, right? It reminds me of, I hate to make this analogy, but it reminds me of like the LeBron James showboating trailer. I love my team, but I'm moving on trailer. And that's all I get out of from watching this trailer is like, I'm moving on. Here's my homage art piece to the world as I tell you my everyday life. I ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for breakfast. I drank a beer with it. I went to work. You know, that's what this whole video feels like to me. I'm like, I don't need a video for you to tell me you're going somewhere else. I mean, is this what she gave her? Is this what she gave to Ghostwire Tokyo Studios when she was leaving? She got, here's my resignation.
With her resignation letter.
Yeah, that's my resignation.
Here's my letter and my video.
This is how good and how creative I am. I quit, and instead of taking a dump on your desk, I gave you a video. You know?
But so there's a dump on your hood.
It feels so very much like
it's the modern
like
mixtape.
You know? That modern mixtape. There he goes. We're breaking up. And here's the mixtape. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Here's my tape.
It's not me, it's you.
Exactly. You know, so that's what it almost feels like watching the video. I'm just like, what am I supposed to get from this? Why? I feel like the person on the other end of that going, I need closure. Why? And that's why I feel like watching this video, like, why? But it's not for me to understand. I'm just like going, okay, have fun. Maybe we'll see each other later some other day. You know, maybe we'll get coffee. Nick, what do you think, man?
Strangers in the night. You know, who knows? So she, according to what I found, is she had left Tokyo Gameworks, basically due to declining health. She was unable to sleep and struggling with daily nightmares. And that was basically because of the stress of developer-publisher politics and the publisher's ultimate control over Ghostwire Tokyo. That's why she skedoodled. So, I mean, that's a legitimate reason to want to move on. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, again, I don't know what, you know, she's creative director, you know, and creative directors are in gaming, I'm not sure, what they typically do in the gaming portion. Creative directors are usually creative leads for advertising agencies or the marketing department, right? And they create and plan and deliver the strong strategic values for the game or whatever they're trying to give, right? But a lot of places wear different hats, so she could have, and she worked in a lot of games. So did she do that for all the games, or does she do a variety of different things or wear different hats at several different times? So it will be interesting to see what her and her team put together, or if they put together anything. Like you guys said, we may not see a single thing come out of there. That's happened more than once, where one game studios come together and nothing ever comes out of it, right? I mean, we're seeing that now with what's the Microsoft one, that big one that they have, right? I mean, they I can't remember the name of them, but they showed off Project Dark or Perfect Dark. They showed off that CGI trailer, but we haven't heard anything from it since. And that's supposed to be full of former, Bungie and Capcom and Naughty Dog and all these things. And we haven't seen anything from there except for that trailer that was a few years back, that Perfect Dark, which looks really cool, but it was just a CGI trailer. We didn't get anything going from that. So, and we haven't heard anything since.
Yeah.
And there's been other studios like that before. So, this studio could turn into nothing, right? It could be there. We could hear about this today and nothing ever comes out of it, but hopefully something does. And hopefully it's good, but you're exactly right, Pat. They do tout Ghostwire Tokyo, and that hasn't come out yet. That doesn't come out until the 22nd, I think, of March. So we haven't gotten our hands yet. It looks cool, and check back here later to see what we think about it. But right now it's not out, so we can't really tell you if it's a good game, if it's worth it or not. So we'll see. Anything else from you guys?
If she left for health reasons, good for her. No reason to let any company make you physically and mentally just sick. So, but hopefully she's not so, from all the games that she was part of over there, a lot of horror stuff. Hopefully, she's not going to get out of all that and go to some fluff piece, some cutesy platformer, fuzzy wuzzies, fuzzy wuzzy rides or some crap, sticks to, making real games. So.
And it'll be left, it's left to be seen, right? What'll happen. So anybody else got anything else they want to put on to this? Talk about? Nothing? No? Okay. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Unseen. Are we going to see it, or is it going to remain unseen? We'll see what happens there. But thanks everybody for watching. Let us know down in the comments what you think. And what do you think of Ghostwire Tokyo? That one is coming up. Do you think it's going to be a good game? Are you excited for it? You're not excited for it? And what do you think for this new Unseen studio in Japan? Do you think it'll come to be something good and bring great games, or something that we'll have to see what happens? But let us know what you think and your thoughts. Thanks everybody for watching. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe. Hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with new videos that we do all the time. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.
See ya.